Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to Karast, the cheeriest city in Sanctuary. I looked over our equipment, and this is what I have right now. I did find a mask that had a ton of energy on it and double sockets, so I might do something with that. But as it stands, this is fine as a stand-in. I mean, health and mana, sure. Our skills are at this. I did, you'll notice, switch to this shield. This one's better block, 46 versus 31. But honestly, I just don't think I'm going to get hit by physical attacks that much, and I'd rather have the resistances. But one thing that's really neat about this shield, I want you guys to appreciate this for a second. If I turn on Fade, look at how nice our resistances look. That's like perfect. Looks so pretty. That's some resist porn right there. It went to all 5s and 10s. That's wonderful. Anyways, we're starting Act 3. Most people, it's usually a toss-up between Act 2 and Act 3 as to which one they dislike the most. Jury's still out on me. I think they both have some fun parts and some not so fun parts. We do have 75 fire resist, so I am not feeling too worried about getting surprise infernoed to death by the fetish shamans. We have a decent health pool and 75. That is max fire resist is pretty damn good, so I'm not going to pretend it isn't. And there is our statue. So I'm gonna kill these guys and then I'm gonna go back to town because that quest gives us extra health, and I would feel really dumb if I was to die with that item in my inventory, because that could have been the extra life that saved me. So got the golden bird now, doing some figurine trading, and we just have to go up to Alcor. He'll be super happy. We get some ashes, put it in a potion, drink the potion. There you go. I realize I'm flying through the quest text and whatnot, but I'm just assuming most of you guys know it. Maybe in the future I'll do like a lore playthrough where I sit down and actually like listen to all the dialogue. I think that could be interesting, although it would be very slow because there's a lot of people to talk to, and everyone has something to say when you start a quest, when you are in between a quest, and when you finish a quest. So there would be a lot of dialogue options, but it's possible I could do that in the future. I just assume most people are relatively familiar with Diablo, or they just don't care about the lore and chit-chat bits, so either or. So we want to push through the spider forest and find the arachnid lair spider cavern. I always forget which is the fake one and which is the real one. But in either case, we're wanting to find a spider thing as well as a waypoint. Then from there we go into the either the fetish jungle or the great marsh, depending on how the map loaded. And from there we go into the Flayer dungeon. From the Flayer dungeon we want to head up towards Karast, or not, or yeah, Upper Karast, Lower Karast, and whatnot. Go into the sewers. You go in the sewers, you find the last piece of Khalim's puzzle, or whatever, Khalim's bodily organs, and then you go kill the council. It's kind of similar to Act 2 in that there's like one overriding quest that is similar to the making the staff, except this time you're making the flail. And there's a bunch of optional quests along the way. I mean, this is a relatively fast act to rush. You don't need to do the whole flail part. As long as someone has the endurance waypoint, you can kill the council and then just take the waypoint down to Mephisto. But of course, we are not running through the or being rushed. We're walking. So here is the chest that we want. So there is the eye. But we're going to want to keep going and find the spider cavern waypoint is what I'm going to keep going for. So I'm going to head back down. Just because we pretty much were as quick as possible through this one. It'll be like a 5-minute video. So it's usually not in the same spot as the spider cavern, the waypoint. There's usually 2 little dugouts that have spider caves, I guess, and the other one has the arachnid lair in the waypoint usually. Kind of avoiding walking towards the lightning enchanted guy. Kind of hoping our merc can handle it. Good, that'd be nice. There you go. So, just gonna assume it's this way. Well, you never really know. These opening levels can be a bit of a maze. Again, keeping fade up as our buff of choice. Okay, so there's the Great Marsh. Does that mean the Flayer dungeon is in this direction? Doesn't look like it's necessarily. Like I said, just looking for the waypoint for Spider Forest. How useful it is depends on whether or not Flayer Jungle is attached to the Spider Forest or the Great Marsh. I also decided I think I'm going to put points into Fade until 23 or so. Essentially level it until I can level up the new trap. Just because I figure shoring up my resistances is probably a pretty good idea. I mean, being over-resisted is not super common. I know our paladin near the end there was, but at that point you're kind of laughing already, because like if you're max resistance, that's taking away probably a majority of the types of damage that's going to kill you in normal, at least. Usually the way you die in hardcore is getting bursted by some sort of elemental attack, outside of, say, Duriel throw punching you to death, but we'll see how hard it is for me to actually find this waypoint. Did 2 quest parts, but it's gonna take me 15 minutes to find the damn waypoint. else did I look? I looked up a few things in between this video and the last. I was double checking to see if how much cold damage you do actually affects the slow. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's just if this slow applies, its slow power is just based off the difficulty you're in or something. So my tiny little charm that's giving me 1 to 2 cold damage can actually be slowing these people, which is pretty funny. So I'll probably hold on to that. If any charm's gonna go, it's gonna be this 1 to 5 lightning, just because eventually I'll probably stop auto attacking enough that it'll not feel worth it. Just worried about mana potions and then a 10 drop, so thanks for hearing me, Iron Jesus. And starting to see the wonders of multiple traps there. It's just a minefield of damage for the enemies. And this is probably going to be the waypoint here. If I can successfully walk around a wall, my greatest nemesis. And there it is. So, it remains to be seen if the Flare dungeon connects to the Spider Forest. I'm gonna guess no, given what I've seen so far, but I might run around a bit and just double check. But either way, that'll probably do it for this video. I'll just segment it. Just see there, nothing worthwhile. And we'll get right to it where we're running around aimlessly. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.